Hello everybody and welcome back to Getting Artsy with Cindy. I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. Hope you made some time to get a little crafty this weekend. So we are going to, I thought it would be fun to do some different techniques. We may not even completely finish a whole card because I just wanted to show you lots of different little things. We're going to use the Singing in the Rain stamp set. It's one of our new sets. And it's lots of fun. It's perfect for this time of year. I say this time of year because it's actually raining outside right now, but I heard it might snow on Wednesday. Yikes. I am not ready for that. I just want spring. Anyway, this is a fun set. It's got lots of different things that you can say on the card. When life gives you rainy days, wear cute boots. Wear cute boots and jump in puddles. Okay, I can't even talk right now. Life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about dancing in the rain. Happy spring. Spring is in the air. These boots were made for splashing and just singing in the rain. I love that one. Just singing in the rain. A fun movie, old movie that I watched with my mom all the time. So love that. Okay, so we're going to do that. And we also have this new stencil. It's the Clouds and Raindrop stencil, which I thought, okay, I actually designed this with this stamp set in mind because I thought they would like work perfect together. So today's my first day to really play with it, and I decided to play with it with you guys. So that's what we're going to do. So we are awesome. You guys can hear me good. Awesome. Melody from Ohio. Miss my Ohio buddies. Before we jump into that, just local information. If you guys are around here or close by Kansas City, the April 3rd, 4th, and 5th, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, we're doing a shop hop with the Kansas City area stores. So if you're close by, give us a call tomorrow. We still have a couple of the stores still have some of the passports available. There's lots of good stuff, lots of fun stores, and yeah, we'd love to see you in person. That'd be awesome. If you guys are far away, like my Ohio buddies, road trip, come on guys, I want to see you guys out here. So anyway, all right, let's just turn the camera around and jump right into this. So I actually was just kind of playing with this first, working with the grass and the clouds. Oh gosh, flying things around. But I thought, wait a second, that's not going to work because she's like dancing right on the grass. That doesn't make sense. So we're going to do something a little bit different, and we're going to create kind of a sidewalk so that when she's splashing in the puddles, it makes more sense. So fun way to do this. Let's get right to it. So I just, I used our rectangle nestables just to give us a base to start. You can do it right on your plain paper. And I'm going to take a piece of tape. I'm just using the just some painter's tape. This is a little bit strong, so I'm just going to kind of put it, I basically do this on my jeans to make it a little less sticky. I just wanted something a little wider than just my normal like washi tape stuff. I think it's going to look kind of nice, not just perfectly straight, but at a slight angle. So I'm just going to cover up part of this. And when I lift it, I can kind of see behind where that's going to be. And that's kind of good. Okay. All right. So I'm going to start with the grass, and I'm just going to use our margarita lime, and I'm going to use our pouncers. We're going to also be using just some brushes also. The difference being, if I'm going to use something that's got a lot of detail in it, it's kind of nice to do the pouncers, and you're just going to pounce right through it and it won't snag them. And it kind of gives me a little darker coverage, whereas the brushes, it's a little more subtle. So we're going to do the pouncer for my green. And here's our little stencil. Let's get this out of the way. So I'm going to do 2 layers. And the first one is going to be darker, and then I'll go behind it and make it a little bit lighter. So I'm just holding it in place. You can definitely use the different sticky mat things to hold your stencils in place, but I'm just going to do it this way. All right, so I'm going pretty heavy. Pounce that color right through. So that's nice and dark. Lift that up. See how nice and dark that is? Now I'm going to move it back a little bit because it would look a little strange if you're looking on a scene. You're never going to see just one row of grass. So I think it's going to be, I can flip it, but I'm just going to rotate it a little bit and move it up a little bit. Now I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to do it really light and pounce, but very lightly. You can kind of lift up to see where you're at. Now you have a couple little layers in there. I think that looks good. All right, let's get rid of that for now. And okay, I can still leave this covered up for now. Let's go ahead and work on the sky. So I'm gonna wipe this off so I don't get the green on here. I guess I should use a wipe that's still wet, but that'll work. Okay. So I am going to give this, I kind of want the clouds. You can, okay, one thing this has in here, you've got all of these clouds all the way around that are kind of different widths or different sizes. Hi, Laurie from North Kansas City. Yay. Glad you're here. We also have these little floating ones, the little smaller ones. And I might just put one up here to start with to work around that. So again, you could use sticky on there. I'm just gonna hold it in place. Okay, move that out of the way. So it's really subtle, light. And now let's get some bigger clouds going here. Now let me show you the difference. So see how nice and light that is? You probably can't even see it right now. Let me bring it up here. So it's nice and subtle. Let me show you if I were going to use this. I'll just show you off of here. If I'm going to use this, see it's just a lot darker. So again, by using the brush for something like this, I think it works better than the pouncer. So I just want to show you that. All right, now I want to add some raindrops. And there's a couple things you could do. I'm going to just make them blue. I know raindrops are not going to be blue. You could use like Versamark, and do some white embossing, white embossing powder, and then do the blue over it for a resist. And maybe we'll do that one of these times. But for now, actually, I'm going to use the pouncer because I want you to see these raindrops. Let's kind of move this, maybe a few more. And I'm not even doing it over the whole thing. See how nice and subtle that is? All right. So we're done with the clouds. Just move these out of the way. And I am going to take this off. So I'm just going to take a piece of paper and cover this up. And I want to go light again on this part. All right, that's very subtle. Let's give a, I don't know if I want to go too, I'm going to go brush off a little bit. Okay. Then I'm going to use a little bit of black. Really light. Because it's going to be like a sidewalk. There. So that gives us kind of a fun little ground to work with. All right, now we can move this. So we have our background. Now let's go ahead and do our little girl. So what I'm doing here, let's move this stuff out of the way. See it? Okay, so I've already colored her, but at the end here, I'm going to show you some tips on how to color her hair and stuff like that. We're going to paper piece. So this is, so Terry Lewis has this stamp set, and she had done one which is so cute. She paper pieced the coat and the umbrella in a polka dot, which was adorable. All right, so what we're doing, you're gonna stamp your image. You could do this a couple different ways. I stamped mine on white, and then I colored the base of her. And then I stamped the umbrella on a yellow and the umbrella on a flower piece of paper. So then when you have this, I'm going to cut right along the black line. And let the black line, it's okay to let the black line show when you're cutting. And then we'll add the other pattern on top of this, because that would be in the foreground. I'm not even going to worry about that little top circle because that's on the base stamp anyway. And then the umbrella part, if we could leave that, if we're going to color that in, we totally could. We could do brown. So you could, I think on the one I did here, I actually cut the little umbrella handle out, but if I just color that umbrella in, like you would take this piece and color that, then you take this piece and color that, and it'll match up. So let's just do it that way. All right. So then you're going to cut out the flowers, which I did here. And you're just going to glue it right on top. So I'm going to blow this up here. Okay. So we'll just pretend we already colored her. So I put the yellow down first. And we colored that brown, so I'm going to color this brown. I kind of messed that up. Okay, that's all right. And then, you guys see what I did? I should have done that first. Well, too late now. Okay, and then we're just going to glue this right on top of that. This definitely would, you can just do her boots, matching boots even, or still trying to, it's not letting me scroll down through your comments. There we go. Look how cute that is. See, now she's got this cute little flowered umbrella. Right, now let's go ahead and add her on here. And I also cut out the little duck and little bunny. And I'm going to put the base, we'll finish this card. So let's go ahead and put the base on here. Just made a little green base background. Let's make sure I don't put this upside down, right? There we go. Thought that would be cheery. Also, when I cut her out, I cut an extra piece of white and I layered it up so she's a little bit more chipboardy. Let's go back down a little. There we go. So we'll put this over here. So this is going to lay on the background. I like to add a little bit of light blue. And I'm just going to add some light blue in here. You can even put light blue around her. That'll make it pop a little bit. So it's kind of mixing it with the white. I'm not staying inside the lines or anything. I'm just adding a little, just so it's not so stark white. And this light blue all the way around her is also going to make her kind of pop off a little bit. And this is just a teeny bit. This is just that little umbrella, but you literally could do her whole coat and everything. All right, so there she will be. And these little ones are going to be walking right behind and splashing. On here we have some extra splashes. And I'm going to take a little block. If I can find a little block. Here we go. There's two different splashes. One is it's an outline and you can stamp it and fill it in, and then this one is solid. So I thought this would be easier. I'm just going to kind of put some random splashes in here. There we go. So that we're going to do that. And then we have, I stamped the spring, and we could do spring is in the air or happy spring. Let's do this. All right, so just singing in the rain. So this is just another little tip to show you guys what you can do with these. So you got to be careful because they're pretty tight in here. And I'm looking for where they separate. So I'm going to bend it back a little bit so you can really see you're just going to cut on that lower level. Don't cut off any of the words. Even pull it apart a little bit. Whoop, there you go. All right, just don't lose these. All right. And then this one. It is pretty tight, but it will work. Make sure you have some very sharp scissors. Perfect, that worked. Okay, now I have these words separate. Again, don't lose them. Let's go ahead. I just like it when it bounces, so there you go. Now we can put this in here. Let's use both of these, make sure it's okay. So now, this really makes me think of my mom. Just singing in the rain. I want to sing it, but you guys not want to hear me sing. Okay. There, I really bounced it there. There, love it. I don't even have to hit that again. Just singing in the rain. Again, I just kind of like the whole bouncy look to that. Let's move this out of the way. Everybody knows I love foam tape. Let's flip this little one over. This would make a cute Easter card too. We can definitely put a sentiment on the inside if we want to. But I want to show you another little tip. So I think we'll move on to the next one. I just love that they're following her. There she is. Fun little paper piecing using the stencils. All right, now let me show you a little bit about masking. So I did a card. I did this the layered boots, and I didn't use the dies, but you can see that one is definitely in front of the other, and you're like, how do you do that if you're stamping? So this is called masking, and what you do is you take the boot, and I love these Post-it notes. These are the ones that you can see the little stripes at the end here. These are the all over sticky, so it's sticky on the whole thing. You can also get masking paper too, but I just stamped it on this piece of Post-it note, and then I just cut out an edge to it. So first, let's do the first one. First, you're gonna stamp the boot on your piece of paper. So this first one, you don't need the Post-it. You're just going to stamp your first one down. Okay, so the first one becomes the one that's in front. So now you stamp on the Post-it note, you cut it out, and I cut right along the black line. Now I'm going to put that right on top of there. Make sure your ink is dried. Okay, now we move this because I also clean it off before I place it so I don't mess anything up. Okay, now you figure out where you want your second boot. And I am just going to put it, I want it to show behind there. Maybe a little bit different angle, just so it's kind of fun. Once you kind of have it in position, now we can stamp the second one. All right, now you'll notice that the second one is stamped on top of the first one, but because we used that mask, we take that off, and look, now it is right behind the one in the front. That's where the magic is. So here is a colored one, so you can see that it's really sitting right behind it. Again, you could totally use the dies and stuff, but it is a really kind of a neat technique, and you can use this for so many different things. And then we just stamped the extra little splashes on there. And then look, a couple other fun little things you can do. You can take one of the boots. This one I masked too, but that's a little harder to get in there with an X-Acto knife. That was really hard. But for this one, I probably would use the die and just put the bunny behind and then the boot on top, so it looks like the bunny's coming out of the boot. And here's just some other fun ways to think about mixing your little sentiments with, with your type and work with the little animals, maybe for an inside sentiment. I hope you guys like that little paper piecing part, because I do think that turned out cute with the little umbrella. Thanks again for Terry to remind me about paper piecing. It makes it really fun. And anyway, I hope you guys had fun with that. So I hope you guys find time this week to make time for yourself to get in your craft room and make something. Join us in the Artsy community, because I love to see what you guys do. I love the fact that Terry shared that with me. And if you guys want to see some other techniques or fun folds, or if you've seen something that you just want to learn how to do, reach out to me, because this is the place I'd love to show you guys or share something that you guys have done and share it with the rest of the Artsy community. So I think that will be it for today. I will double check on the comments. Sorry, I couldn't watch them all as they were coming in. And I think that's it. Enjoy the rest of your Monday night, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.